everyone, I'm Grandmaster Priyadharshan Kannappan and you're watching the Gyaan YouTube channel, and we are looking at the series Checkmates in chess. And today's episode is on the D3 square and it's titled Dazzling D3 square. And you would all know that we always give a puzzle at the end of our videos. So in the C3 square episode, I had given this position and had asked the viewers to figure out the solution. In case if you haven't watched that video, go check that out, and then you can come and watch this video. So this was the position, and I had told it's black to play, and that's a forced checkmate, and it's a very beautiful checkmate. And as you would have known by now, most of the positions that we share, if you look at the forcing moves, mainly checks, captures and threats. I would say more importantly checks and captures for this video. If you focus on them and make the right checks and captures, you can find the solution for most of the positions that I share. So here also the solution is very similar to the pattern, as black starts with rook a1 check, the king moves to d2, and here is kind of the critical check which some of you could have missed or may not have expected, and that is knight to f3. So you may be thinking it's like black trying to exchange the knights or something like that. And after knight f3, the most standard move would be just capturing on f3, right? But that's not what black had in mind. Black had a checkmate idea, and that starts with bishop c3, a very powerful move. And the point is, after b takes c3, b takes c3, the king is stuck. I mean, it's under check and it cannot go to any of these squares because all of them are controlled by the queen or the rook. So it's a checkmate, and that's how this game ended. So let's now move on to the position that we have for today's episode. So this is the first position, and it's a fairly easy one. So I would suggest, as usual, pause the video, think, and once you are very sure of the solution, then hit the play button and you can watch it. So here black starts with a forcing move, and that is bishop to h6 with a check. And after king c2, some of you would be thinking, maybe I could go rook f2 check. Yes, that also works, but there's a very simple mate in one, because if you go rook f2, let's say, and then white will play rook e2 for one move, it's like it's still mate, but it's like one move extra. And if you're thinking of bishop e4, it's still good, but then rook e4, queen e4, the king goes here. Obviously black is winning, no doubt about it, but when you have a checkmate in one, white to go for all this other variations. So black just simply goes d3, and it's a checkmate because this bishop and this queen are long range, controlling all those critical exit squares for the white king. So let's move on to the next example that we have here. So this is the position, and let me flip the board. So it's white to play, and I'll give the audience a few seconds to think, and also if you want additional time, pause the video, calculate. And it's also a fairly easy one. I would say it's white to play checkmate, and let me go on and reveal the solution. So here it's queen f7 check. Some of you would be wondering, why not I give maybe queen g5 check? Is this not already a checkmate? It's a good check, but there's a move to block, which is knight g6, and now what do? Like, how do you continue a check? There's like really no more checks, right? That's why queen g5 doesn't work. Queen e5 is okay, because now we are kind of dragging the king outside, but there is a very simple checkmate in 2 for white, and that starts with queen f7. And in my opinion, generally the checks that you give very close to the opponent's king, like here the queen goes to f7, the king is on g1, it's like right next to each other. Such kind of checks have a higher impact than maybe a check kind of far away compared like queen g5, let's say. So queen f7, king h6, and here white plays this quiet little check, very very simple move, which is d3, and then this bishop gets into the attack now, and it's not just a check, it's a checkmate, because this square has been controlled by the queen, and the king is trapped and it's under check and you can't block it, so it's a checkmate. So let's move on to the next example that I have for you here. This one is black to play, so let's flip the board, and here so it's not like anything like a forced checkmate that you see on d3 square, similar to the topic. But white played in a way that where white landed in a checkmate on the d3 square with his king. And this endgame, rook and 2 pawns, is rook and 1 pawn, and the pawns being on, like, two different sides of the board, with the black pawns being on kind of like the center to the queen side, and the white pawns being on the king side. Certainly, and the black pawns are very, very advanced. So black is, simply winning this position, and black just played here. And before I reveal the solution, again, if you're still thinking, pause the video so that you can get that additional minute, or maybe 5 minutes, or whatever time you require to calculate the full variation. So here black started with d4, covering the check and also pushing his d pawn forward, and white was like, I'll go rook g8, which is a fairly okay idea, because maybe white wants to check from behind, maybe rook c8 or something like that. But this allows a very simple checkmate with rook a1 check, king c2, and another forcing move, and this is also a checkmate, which is d3, and then the game is over. That was pretty easy, right? So let's go to the next position that I have for you. So this is the homework position, or kind of the puzzle that I would like you to solve till we release the next video, where we'll discuss the solution. And it's a very nice checkmate. It has some very cool concepts. So focus, think about it. There are quite a few ways that like black could continue, but there's only one line that's like a forced checkmate, and the checkmate also happens on the d3 square. That's a big hint. So try to figure out if there is any checkmate that happened on the d3 square. And I'll see you all on the next video. Till then, smash the like button, and if you have any, let's say, comments, please put it on the comments box. And if you like the video, do share it with your friends, or let's say any chess player who's looking to improve their chess. Let them know about the channel, let them know about the content. And I will see you all on the next episode of the same series. Till then, bye bye. Signing off, Priyadharshan.